with the theme of communication. But this week, looking at how the qualities of love and compassion really support us. And there were some comments about what does help support you in communication, and there was a few of them where I could really feel that love and compassion. You know, these qualities help us to connect when communicating, even when challenging, always remembering that this is a living being just like us, and just as we want to be happy, they too want to be happy and free from suffering. And you know, when we do so, we, in the midst of heated conversation, can feel that our hearts are still there. We haven't objectified them. We haven't put them in a little box of something bad, wrong. But we're seeing that, you know, we're two people who might have very different views at this time. So these are immensely helpful qualities. And, you know, for me, a big piece of it is oftentimes, you know, when things are starting to go astray, it's like, oh, can I see this human being? Can I see them as, you know, being just like me? And, you know, this week, I'm going to offer a practice on exchanging self and others, so that we can actually stand in others' shoes and see from a different vantage point. You know, we can get so locked into our own view. And again, this really cuts us off from diversity in the world, from, you know, really being able to organically come to conclusions different actions when there's differing views, but using it as a really creative process. So, you know, for me, often that shift into remembering this is a person just like me. And then also for myself in communication, when there are moments when somebody says something and it hurts, you know, and if in those moments I can know, wow, this is suffering, this is painful, but I haven't lashed out, just automatically lashed out. I haven't, you know, vilified them, screamed at them, you know, but I feel what's happening. You know, sometimes right in those moments, there can be that fearlessness that is willing to share, hey, that hurt, that was painful. I experienced pain when you spoke to me in that way, you know, and just letting them know. And that's great information for them, because I think so often we're afraid to give that kind of information. And so, you know, finding that way to be honest. And honesty goes much better when we're in touch with these qualities of love and compassion rather than righteousness. You know, so if we can really be honest within ourselves by feeling these qualities, knowing these qualities, being supported by these qualities, then it's more likely a person can hear us. And so, you know, the love and compassion comes back to ourselves at times when things are going wrong. And that compassion too often can be the voice of fierce compassion. It's like we know this is suffering and there's an action that's needed to help alleviate that suffering. So these are just a few thoughts about how these beautiful qualities can help us. But I mean, you know, they can be as simple as someone mentioned, just looking someone in the eyes, knowing they're a human being. You know, how can we connect with that aspect of them? That, you know, we're all in this together, and life is hard, life is tricky, communication is hard, and yet we can give it our best effort. And when we do that, that helps to lift other people up to be able to do the same. So let's take a look further at this exploration this week.